do quick with me.
All right.
And
then Annie.
Because I'm in a good place right now. I was in a breakup. I was with someone engaged, love of my life, and we never got married. And for 10 years, I was heartbroken.
But this is why I wanted her to come on. Because so many people, if you're in the middle of a divorce or a breakup, go, hallelujah, this person doesn't want to be with me and I'm going to open my doorway. Instead of being mad for 2 or 3 years.
Or 10.
Or 10, okay? Now, when I found out that the man I was dating for 3 years, I was 32 years old. He had lied to me for 3 years. He was dating a virgin on the East Coast that his cousin brought over from Italy while he was seeing me at the same time. And on Christmas Eve, I went to meet his family, and I found out while he was drunk at the table that he had another girlfriend. Oh. So he then ended up getting engaged 6 months later and got married and called me on his wedding day, okay? So I was very angry, very disappointed, and every date I went on from age 32 to 37 years old, I pushed every man that could have loved me and been a good husband to me, and I'm sure the same happened to you.
I just was not ready, so...
But for 10 years?
Yeah, for 10 years. And so it took me leaving the city I was living in, and I have a new environment.
I met her during that breakup. We've been friends for 10 years.
Yes.
She's a hot
I was very drunk.
You were very drunk.
Every day for 10 years.
For 10 years, I was very drunk.
Wow.
But I had a lot of good friends, and I went on a lot of fun trips, and I had fun, but I was just not ready, and so it took me to change my environment. So I moved here.
Well, it's about trust. You know, when somebody betrays your trust and you trust your heart to somebody like you and you. But the thing that I'm trying to say to people, get real. If somebody isn't there, then the doorway is meant to be open for someone else.
Yes.
And if you can go deeper than that, it means that a part of you attracted an unavailable person because a part of you was unavailable, okay? Or scared, or a little girl unhealed, okay? So the heart, your heart, knows the truth, okay? So when you buy the book, you get a heart, and you get vows to be honest with your heart. So every time you're in the middle of a situation, whether you're half naked on a couch, or you're dating a guy that maybe is sort of good and you're not really sure, stop yourself and either get the heart from my book or buy one and say, is this really, or put your hand on your heart and say, is this really what I want right now? Am I really ready? And most often your gut will say yes or no, right? So, but the most important part of getting real about love is getting real about where that man is in his life phases, and to find out about his work. Because you think about it, you're building, I'm a love designer. You're designing a life, a new life, or a renewed, or a new one with the future of a guy. You're designing a lifestyle together, and you're building a life. So you have to find out about his work, his friends, his family, his religious beliefs, his eating habits. Does he sleep with the windows open? All the things that are your top values. And that takes time. But most of us are already flat, in it, on it. They're bonding to you when you don't know much about them. And so that's what I did with my husband Joe. I said, I want you to see what I do, see if you're aligned and would want to support what I do. And then I want to meet your mom and your family, because I'm a big Italian girl. I love to cook and I like to entertain, and I need a man that can handle TV and all the crazy shit that I do. And he was just like, okay. He had never had that happen before. But men, some of the most successful businessmen, have not had official Prince training. And if they stray or whatever, sometimes it's in their lineage, okay? You need to find out how a man was wired by his parents, his values about marriage, or the things that he's been wired. If he has insecurities, he may do things to pick up his ego with another woman. That's why men cheat. I've interviewed thousands of men. I've worked with men for years, and they said, I cheated because my wife ignored me. I cheated because she didn't pay attention to me. I cheated because, and women cheat because the man ignores them, because he doesn't pay attention to them, and he gives them the money and just leaves them alone, and then they go have an affair with the pool boy, right?
So it's not even within it. Like, look at what Jennifer Garner.
Yeah.
And Ben Affleck. Look at the guy.
Girl.
Or no, wait, who cheated on?
He cheated
someone
on her.
So ugly? It's always an unattractive person. It's not about the looks.
It isn't even about the looks. It's what the energy vibes that they're getting from that person that makes them feel that sparkle because they have an unhealed little boy. When you look at all the movie stars and how they cheat, and that's what people's role models are, is the stupid movies and movie stars, most of them really don't have a good solid foundation of parenting. And if you look at the whole world, right, you have all the different cultures, the Jewish people, the Persians, the Armenians, the Italians, the people all over the world, the Indian culture. I work with every culture. And if you look, if we're 40 and up, most of the men that we've been dating are more old-fashioned, and we've become so smart and so dynamic that they haven't caught up to us, okay? So the women are all pissed. And I did hundreds of events with 40 and 50-year-old bitchy women coming to rapid dating. And they're like, none of the men are in my league, and none of the men are this, and none of the men. I said, well, guess what? They didn't have books. Maybe an occasional guy will slide through and really become an amazing catch at that age. But it's up to us to lead men with our power and our beauty and our wisdom to show them how to treat us. Come over close up. Hi, I'm Renee. I'm a love designer and a heart healer. I mean, when people don't have healed hearts, that's why you over there who doesn't even know me, I don't know what you're going through, but if your heart is not all the way healed, then you may pull in somebody that could keep treating you the way you're treating your heart. That is my biggest.
No.
So I'm telling you, so the book itself. When you doubt, like when you go through a divorce or a breakup, we have a part of us that really, I've been through horrible breakups, and I've hurt people too, So I'm sure you probably broke a few hearts yourself, there, girl.
I think
Goodbye, girls.
You've been on
Good
both
luck.
sides of it.
Yeah, you've been on both sides of it.
I think once you're a certain age, you've been on both sides of it.
But think about that, okay? Think about the both sides of it, right? If a guy meets you and you're in pain, then you're usually not ready and you blow him off, and sometimes they're the best guys in the world. And if you look back, some of them could be really great partners, right?
Timing.
The timing was off. But when the timing keeps being off with people that are in the love world, right? It's pain, walls get built, right? So when you meet somebody, if they're in that pain, you have to say, I'm not in the same phase you're in right now, and maybe we should check in a couple months because I can't be the one to take you out of the pain. I'm not in any rush because I want a committed relationship right now, and right now you're healing. So I think we should talk later, right? And that's what I said to my husband.
I think we'll go out on a high note is that today I was married, divorced. I live in LA because I moved here for a man who I married and then left. I'm from Boston.
Okay, East Coast girl.
Yeah, East Coast girls. And then
come a little closer.
I was used to only dating, obviously, on the East Coast, and so dating here was a nightmare. I've been divorced for 8 years.
Right.
This. I just had a great. I just was late because I was on a phone call. I always talk to guys before I go out.
Good job.
With a guy, and turns out we do the exact same thing.
The one, not Modi.
No, not Modi, honey. We never heard from Modi. No, we both own furniture companies and design furniture and build furniture. Both divorced. He's got a daughter. Very normal guy. This is the first normal guy, and his first question was, what are you looking for? Because I'm looking for a relationship. You never hear that in LA. The guys always are looking for fun. Oh, I'm just looking for fun right now. And then those are the guys you have to like. But he was like, I just want to be clear. I'm looking for a relationship, so I want to make sure.
This is amazing.
I know, his name is Brett. That's why I'm late.
Okay.
Well, we're glad she was late and met Brett. Now,
when are you gonna go
let's get real. And then meet Brett, and then you show Brett your life, and because this is the other cool thing, when you're a parent, there's a different level of responsibility, okay? And she's a parent, he's a parent.
She's not a parent.
Not a parent.
No.
Married, no kids.
Married, no kids. Okay. My husband, but I had regretted that I didn't have any kids.
39, so I still have
Okay, so you still have time. You still have time. But the thing is, when a man has a child, that's why it's so important to ask the right questions now about his lifestyle and how he sees, like if you're in the same business, wow. So it's like aligned in the business. So it'll take time to uncover whether you're really a blended match, like it was with me. And it
How
was.
long did it take
It
you,
took
Renee?
me. Well, there's a whole like chapter of the questions to ask to see if you're aligned with the man's vision.
I think the timing is right now. I'm definitely gonna get a book. So then I'll
Yep.
I'll be able to read your book.